Good day, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE cast on Westnile television, where we give the daily news bulletins of the day. Every day, my name is Okumuringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines. In the headlines today, Ara district leaders grill Ajah Health Center 3 workers over absenteeism. Pakwach District Local Government organizes Community Accountability Baraza in Wadelai Sub-County, Pakwach District. And police in Northwest Nile region investigate murder by assault of a 36-year-old woman in Moyo District. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. In the headlines today, Ara district leaders grill Ajah Health Center 3 workers over absenteeism. Pakwach District Local Government organizes Community Accountability Baraza in Wadelai Sub-County, Pakwach District. And police in Northwest Nile region investigate murder by assault of a 36-year-old woman in Moyo District. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. Good day again, viewers. Welcome to the Nilecast on Westnile television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Our district leaders are demanding for the letter of apology addressed to the district technical and political leaders over the absenteeism of the health workers of Ajah Health Center 3 during the commissioning of the new staff houses of the health facility. This remark was made by the resident district commissioner Okiswa Godfrey out of displeasure of the absenteeism of the health workers at the health facility. Osuta Yusuf reports. Our district leaders, led by the resident district commissioner Okiswa Godfrey, were left in shock after 2 staffs out of the 18 were found on duty when they went to commission the staff houses in Ajah Health Center 3 recently. Honorable Chandini Luigi, the Secretary for Works and Social Services, condemned the actions of the health workers at Ajah Health Center 3, stating that this is the routine behavior of most health workers in Ajah and Bondo Health Center 3.
Staff of Ajah, their services has always been queried. It's not all about this commission. Their service has always been queried. I've been attending council here or local leaders here. People have ever complained. This is one evora. We are serving same people. But the health services in this health center has issues to do with the staff. The behavior and the conduct of our district staff. IDA has seconded the staff here. I think she's one of them who are helping us much. I was doing that construction renovation. I faced the same problem with your predecessor. MTN helped us with those structures that you have seen. I faced the same challenge. Today, I'm coming to hand over a staff house. You see for yourself. I'm not accusing anybody. Bondo, Ajah, the service is not accurate at all. Get your time, do what we call human resource supervision. You will get good information at any abrupt or improved visit. At times you will even get one nurse. There was a time I came, I got one midwife. At least the one who is in a uniform, I have always interacted with her. And then there's another one, small-bodied. Today is not here. There are about 2 or 3 nurses who are in the committee. So something needs to be done. If the problem is in charge, if in charge is not committed, if he's not interested to work here, let him apply for transfer. Or let him get a promotion and go to work elsewhere.
The area councillor for Ajah Sub-County, Honorable Yakobwa Cosmas, who doubles as the LC5 vice chairperson for Ara district, apologized to the district leaders over the absenteeism of the health workers at the facility. He cautioned then that whoever doesn't improve in regards to that effect will be held liable next time.
Seeing what has happened, it is regrettable And as a councillor, leaving aside the position of chairman, I apologize. I apologize on the mess seen on the side of the staff. And next time I will not be the one to apologize. The individual staff will meet the consequences. Because we have standing orders. By structure, we are having here 18 staff. We are having 18 staff in the health unit. I apologize to the Office of President. This is on very serious note, and the staff must take this. LC5 apologizing on their behalf, on their mess.
The resident district commissioner for Ara District, Okeswa Godfrey, emphasized that the President Museveni is passionate about the issue of human resource. He tasked the in charge of Ajah Health Center to write an apology letter addressing it to the district technical and political leaders over the absenteeism.
The president is very particular about human resource involvement in development. And I am here representing His Excellency the President to say we only don't discourage, but we hate absenteeism. We hate laziness and we hate late coming. When you are given the opportunity to serve, remember that many others want the same opportunity. So I want to require that you let us know about this lukewarm in writing. We shall look at it and then we know how to fix those gaps, because we don't want this to happen again.
Despite the fact that only 2 staffs out of the 18 were found on duty that day, the in-charge for the facility, Samuel Bokwa, defended the incident by stating that they used duty rosters for each and every staff in the health center.
Nothing has gone wrong. Staffs who were on duty, they are there. You know, we follow the duty roster. We have a roster. People who are on duty, they are here available. The ones who are off duty are the ones who are not around. Yeah, we'll write, explain the same thing. Daily staff attendance. Yeah. Round 7 and 8.
Osuta Yusuf and Dokumaringa Christine for Westnile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories. Pakwach District Local Government on the 20th of July 2023 held its first community monitoring baraza on public accountability, headlined by the State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Quiltrin Grace Freedom, in Ojigu Primary School, Wadilai Sub-County, Pakwach District. Stanley Watum reports.
Pakwach District Local Government on Thursday, 20th July 2023 held its first ever community monitoring program on public accountability. The event, that was headlined by the State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Grace Quiltrin Freedom, took place in Ojigu Primary School, Wadilai Sub-County, Pakwach District. By 10 a.m., residents of the district flocked Ojigu Primary School to demand for their accountability. Ogena Dennis Oketi, a resident of Ngamia Village, Pumit Parish, however, showed his dissatisfaction for the district leadership, citing lack of transparency, saying, personally, he is a victim of delayed salary pay by the district, yet they claim to have settled them.
Ndabora badwera biro endo bedu ya shell wako nena tie kama dere ko temutishi endo kupigisho la pedu ya shell majuo ya shaga washe ni wa medere ko banjo government and yet ko neni engineer ko kome leme bo wecho buyo mushinyango maitu sendo parabo sito mane atishu voya wa rekunu atiyo.
Davidson Chope Oramba, the LC3 chairperson Wadilai Sub-County, thanked the district leadership for the baraza and also the residents for the massive turn-up.
Chunya yom, pien kakare ni ndambiwe juniluak para mani nyutu angom watimu pikare manok makodwa tie tela ebeda beberu sana doka chunya yom ni district man of his prime minister.
The LC5 chairperson, Ms. Pamito Robertson, said, following the data they collected from the people on operation in Albert Nile, the people are positive about the government program. However, they also said the government should have sensitized them on what to do before starting the operation that seems harsh to many.
So mama abe yuak kawi dano para mitonam nya operation ube timere winam nuanganda iduol mawashok ibadonam giwatu nuangerasu ngo enke government larudi engungonya yuango mutie akoya matano kokodo.
Avur Jan Pashuto, the woman MP Pokwash district, started by thanking the office of the Prime Minister for organizing the baraza. She further said, now that the irrigation scheme is coming and the people are getting the PDM money, it's obvious that the productivity will increase, thus asking the government to bring electricity power.
I want to take this opportunity through you, Honorable Minister, to thank the office of the Prime Minister for organizing this first ever baraza in Pakwach district. Irrigation scheme wa bebiru PDM dongisha kondamisha kanwango sente. That implies that productivity and hence production is going to increase. But PDM has a component of value addition, and yet we do not have electricity.
The chief guest, Honorable Kuyushin Grace Freedom, discouraged the manner in which the district is disbursing the parish development model money, whereby households are receiving less than what the government allocated. She said the government allocated 1 million shillings per household, and so that's how it should be. The residents also cited the problems of drug shortages in the district health facilities, harsh operations in the NILE, among others. Stanley Makaswatum, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. The Territorial Police of Moyo District in the Northwest Nile region is investigating a case of murder by assault that occurred on Saturday, the 22nd of July 2023 in Aringa West Village in Moyo District, where a woman was assaulted by 8 people to death on allegations of theft of a solar light. Okumu Dominic reports.
The Territorial Police of Moyo District in Northwest Nile region are investigating a case of murder by assault that occurred on Saturday, 22nd July 2023 in Aringa West Village, Eremi Parish, Oche Sub-County in Moyo District, where a woman was assaulted by 8 people to death on allegation of theft of solar light. This was revealed by Superintendent of Police Dragudu Ignatius, the Public Relations Officer, Northwest Nile region.
A report of murder by assault was registered at the Oche Police Post at around 22nd, 3000 hours under SD Prince number 6, 2022nd, and July 2023. It was alleged that on the 22nd July 2023, at around 12 noon, at the Aringa East Village, at the home of a reporter, one of the suspects called Asiri Itule Kosunas came looking for the deceased and found her seated under the shade eating boiled cassava and started beating her with a dry piece of wood or sticks, alleging that the deceased has stolen their portable solar panel light. The suspect, Asili Itule Cosmos, escorted the deceased up to their home in Aringa East Village, where other suspects named above also joined Asili Itule Cosmos in assaulting the deceased with the sticks, beating her, kicking her at the chest until the deceased became unconscious. And Madame Abio Betty, who allegedly to be the owner of the solar panel, then decided to carry the deceased on her bag and brought the deceased to the home of deceased.
According to Superintendent of Police Dragudo Ignatius, the community members of Eremi were alerted by a woman who witnessed the assault on the deceased, which made the community members, together with the local council, one chairperson of the village, to report the matter to Eremi Police Post.
The deceased was completely drunk and he took a lot of alcohol. She failed to walk. And the community of Eremi, together with the local council, one chairperson, brought this report to Eremi Police Post, where the case was registered, and the OC of the sub-county had to inform the district headquarters police, the DPC had to send the district CID officer with the team of detective, scene of crime officer, the uniform personnel, and the scene was visited, documented, exhibits are recovered, and the paved way for the police to arrest the 8 suspects.
The body of the deceased has already been handed over to the relatives to be buried in Meto Patabo village after carrying out post-mortem. Superintendent of Police Dragudo Ignatius therefore urged the community members to stop taking the laws into their hands and request them to hand over such people to the police so that they can be prosecuted.
The body of deceased was brought to Boyle General Hospital. Post-mortem was done, and the body was handed over to relatives where she got married before in a Meto Patabo village for decent burial. But again, my humble advice to our local community is that if you see or you suspect somebody stolen your item, you will not take the law into your hand and mobilizing your relative or your children to beat any suspect to death, or you torture to the level of reaching unconscious where such a suspect will be pronounced dead. That one is a serious crime, term murder. And after this case, all the 8 suspects will be prosecuted before the court of law.
So far, 8 suspects are arrested in connection to the murder, namely Abio Betty, 52 years old, Diniga Gilbert, 20 years old, Asianjo Emilia, 50 years old, Irama Patrick, 17 years old, Asili Etule Gilbert, 17 years old, Unzema Imande, 14 years old, Obulejo Innocent, 17 years old, and Draconia Sunday, 30 years old, all residents of Aringa East Village, Eremi Parish, Oche Sub-County, Moyo District. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumu from Moyo.
And more in our stories. The Uganda National English Language Teachers Association on Monday the 24th of July 2023 held a project-based learning workshop for teachers in Pakwach district. The workshop, that was attended by both primary and secondary school teachers, is sponsored by the United States of America Uganda Embassy and is aimed at improving the English language performance in the country. Stanley Watum reports.
Uganda National English Language Teachers Association, NILE, on Monday 24th July 2023, held a project-based learning workshop for teachers in Pakwach district. The workshop was attended by both primary and secondary school teachers and was sponsored by the USA Uganda Embassy, and it's aimed at improving English language performance in the country. Lemaku Hilary, the UNILTA coordinator in Northern Uganda, pledged to partner with other organizations so as to train more teachers and bring projects that will improve their profession.
I am very grateful, and we are also going to partner with other organizations to make sure that we train more teachers and we bring more projects that will make sure that teachers get continuous professional development in teaching and learning of English in their classrooms and in their daily teaching and learning in the classrooms. Thank you very much.
Hilary Bamukunda, the chairperson, NILE, said from the over 80 participants, they will pick 5 whom they will enroll to work with the Wimbledon School of UK and more 2 to go for other regional workshops sponsored by the US Mission in Kampala.
We had around 80 participants, and from this we're going to have more programs. From this we are picking 5 teachers from Pakwach, and they are going to get enrolled on training free, whereby they are going to work with our partners, which is Wimbledon School of UK, and there will also be an opportunity to take 2 more facilitators from Pakwach to go to other regional workshops, the PBLF, supported by the US Mission in Kampala or the American Embassy and the regional English language office.
Atia Maxwell, the district inspector of schools, thanked NILE for the training. He therefore asked the teachers to put the skills they've acquired so as to improve English learning in the district.
I want to appreciate Oneta for the effort made to train our teachers. Now, since our teachers have been trained, so we are humbly requesting our teachers when they go back, they should actually implement this knowledge, to take back this knowledge to our clients who are our learners at various school levels, various schools, institutions, the secondary, the primary, so that at least we can really change the attitude of our learners.
Owen Ben, the Vice Chairperson of LC5 Pakwach District, on behalf of the local government, promised to open center that will be supported by the Ministry of Education and Sports so that all acquired skills can be put in place.
And we also promised to open a center that would be supported by the government, by the Ministry of Education and partners, so that all other equipment which are required will all be put in place.
He further encouraged a plan to activate the debating competition within the district so as to improve English language.
We also want to open and wake up our pupils, the learners. They are used to be this debating club and competitions right from primary school up to secondary school. We would actively participate, but when you move nowadays to these primary schools, on Friday you see pupils running away because there's debate in the school.
Erin Waters, an English language fellow at Chambogo University, expressed her gratitude for having been part of the event.
And I've been here since September working to promote English language in the entire country. I'm very lucky to have been able to join with NILE to develop a program for project-based learning, coming here to Pakwach to deliver it to our teachers. We have prepared a facilitator training that provides excellent teachers with training on how to deliver the project-based learning program to their community and to other teachers.
Upon completion, participants were also awarded with certificates. Stanley Marcus Watum, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
Someone else take a picture?
He can help you.
Yeah, and more in our stories. Pastor Joseph Serubiri, the leader of Kakira Deliverance and Healing Ministries, has been convicted of murder and human trafficking after pleading guilty in Jinja High Court. The verdict was delivered by resident judge Dr. Winifred Nabisinde, who presided over the case. And in our international news wrap-up, the veteran Kenyan opposition leader Raila Odinga denounces unprecedented police brutality against the anti-government demonstrators and accuses the government of pursuing an unethical agenda during a press conference in Nairobi. Let's have more of the international news wrap-up with Dennis Oringi.
Veteran Kenyan opposition leader Raila Odinga on Tuesday denounced unprecedented police violence during the anti-government and anti-expense protests that have been taking place in the East African country in recent months. Since March, the opposition coalition Azimio has organized 9 days of action against the policies of President William Ruto.
Guarantee for protests. We never imagined that police would allow protests, confront protesters, and kill so many as is the case now. We never expected the state-sponsored genocide that is taking place.
Accusing the opposition of inciting violence, President Ruto affirmed on Wednesday his support for the police, who must ensure that they are firm against criminals, gangs, anarchists, and all those who want to sow chaos.
Ready to sit with other people to discuss these issues. He is actually pretending, is living in delusion that we don't have a crisis.
The opposition had cancelled demonstrations scheduled for April and May after William Ruto had agreed to hold talks. The talks collapsed, leading to the resumption of actions since the beginning of July. Meanwhile, in Hong Kong, the Hang Seng mainland properties index jumped 14%. Some major players were up even more, with the real estate giant Country Garden gaining 18%. The surge came after the country's top leaders pledged to ramp up support for the economy. State media said policymakers had pledged to take steps to boost demand, lift confidence, and reduce risks. The Xinhua news agency said the government would promote tourism and help sectors including autos and electronics. Analysts expect moves to ease restrictions on home purchases in some cities and steps to shore up debt-burdened local authorities. But exact details on what it all means remained lacking, though leaders reportedly vowed to act in a precise and forceful manner. Beijing has been under pressure to step in after data showed the economy growing at a snail pace in the second quarter. A post-lockdown recovery has appeared to be losing steam. On Tuesday, investors welcomed the statement of intent despite the lack of details. Stocks besides property also broadly gained, and the yuan rose against the dollar. Dennis Oringi, Westnile Television, Nilecast.
And with that, viewer, we've come to the end of the Nilecast on Westnile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast only on Westnile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumringa Christine. Have a good day.